Hemiunu's father's tomb, famous for the Meydum geese painting, is at the Meydum pyramid built by Hemiunu's grandfather Sneferu. We recall that Sneferu had a change of heart and turned what was first to be a step pyramid at Meydum into a true pyramid, fully cased with smooth limestone blocks, with a side slope angle of 51 degrees and 50 minutes, the same angle as that of the Great Pyramid. This he did after he built two pyramids with different angles in Dashur, the Bend and Red pyramids, symbolizing the two crowns, South and North, Upper and Lower Egypt. But there is more. After Huni built a small cultic pyramid on the island of Elephantine, 6 more small pyramids were built by the Nile, either by Huni or by his son Sneferu, and 6 of these 7 small pyramids have a base of 35 cubits, which was the time and days for Horus to descend into the underworld beneath the western horizon, and the time to ascend and be reborn on the eastern horizon. 70 days in total, the number of days the star Sirius is absent from the night sky each year as seen from Khufu's capital Memphis, today's Cairo. What does this mean? This means that during the reign of Sneferu, who was Hemiunu's grandfather and probably Khufu's stepfather, the number 35 became important for pyramid design, and so did the angle of 51 degrees 50. Ancient builders called this angle an inward run of 5.5 palms per 1 cubit rise, the sebet. And these two concepts became married in the pyramid at Meydum. It was 175 cubits high, 5 times 35, and 5 times 55 cubits at the base, 275 cubits. 2 sidereal lunar months, each 27.5 days long, as seen on the star map. And now at last, another piece of this puzzle fits. Where kings mined for precious stones, they left their mark. And here on the Sinai Peninsula in the Valley of the Caves, the Wadi Maghara, we see that King Sneferu wore the horns of Khnum, and that Khufu becomes Khnum-Khufu. Not only here at Sinai, but even in the Great Pyramid itself, where the workers left that very same graffiti on the granite blocks of the tower above the king's chamber. So when Khufu came to power, all stars were aligned for the design of the Great Pyramid. Angles and dimensions became important for more than practical reasons. Calendar drift created the need for a new way to measure time. The god Khnum was elevated to higher importance by both Sneferu and Khufu. When Khufu commissioned Hemiunu to design the Great Pyramid, he hired both an architect and an astronomer. He was the greatest of the 5 of Thoth. He, above all, knew the secrets of astronomy, the movement of the stars and the moon. He would design a sacred building with this knowledge woven into its very fabric, its architecture. He first built a scaled-down model, a model where 1 cubit became 1 finger, 1 to 28. And in this model, 356 days became 89 palms, the sidereal lunar year. This was to be the side slope. The height was to be 70 palms, the time between a cosmic setting and an alaical rising of Sirius. And the half base became 55 palms, the time in whole days for the moon to travel the map of stars in 2 lunar periods. These 3 dimensions define the core triangle of a pyramid, but not just any pyramid. It is the core triangle inside both the Meydum pyramid and the Great Pyramid. Scale it up by 17.5 to 1 and you get the Meydum pyramid. Scale it up by a factor of 28 and you get the Great Pyramid. And here we also see the need for a longer cubit, one with a count of 28, the number of days within which one can capture a month of the moon as measured on the map of the stars. Between 27 and 28 days. The legend says the cubit came from the heavens. The legend is true. And now at last we can decode Hemiunu's resurrection calendar, the Khnum-Re-Horakhty cycle, the concurrence of 3 celestial events at once, the pre-dawn sky of the sun in the east, the rising of the star Sirius, and the moon in Taurus, the god Khnum. This concurrence happens every 8 Sothic years, 2,922 days, vastly shorter than the Sothic cycle of 1,461 years. There would never be a New Year's Day without Horus rising. This was a true scientific breakthrough which predicted the flooding of the Nile more accurately than the civic calendar, and which restored the sacred order of time, the regular cycles of the sun, moon, and the stars. The ancient Egyptians had a concept for eternity as recurrent cycles of time, nechech. And so, just as Imhotep encoded a super cycle of eternity in the walls of Djoser's step pyramid a century before, so did Hemiunu at Khufu's Great Pyramid in Giza. He designed a monument to eternity, and he succeeded.